Hello and welcome to today's video, where we will be discussing the rise of live-in relationships in the United States and why it is so dangerous. Over the past few decades, the number of couples living together before marriage has increased significantly. While some people see this as a positive development, there are many dangers associated with live-in relationships that people often overlook. In this video, we will be exploring some of these dangers and looking at real-life examples to illustrate our points. Part 1. The rise of live-in relationships in the United States. Let's start by looking at the statistics. According to a survey conducted by the Pew Research Center, the number of couples living together before marriage has increased from 10% in the 1960s to around 60% today. This trend is not just limited to younger couples either. People of all ages and backgrounds are choosing to cohabit before marriage. One of the main reasons for this increase is changing attitudes towards marriage. People are getting married later in life and are less likely to see it as a necessary step in a committed relationship. Additionally, the cost of living is rising, making it more difficult for couples to afford to live on their own. Part 2. The dangers of live-in relationships. While living together before marriage may seem like a logical step in a committed relationship, there are many dangers associated with it that people often overlook. One of the biggest dangers is the lack of legal protection. In most states, unmarried couples do not have the same legal rights and protections as married couples. This can cause significant problems if the relationship breaks down, particularly if there are children involved. Another danger is the emotional toll that cohabitation can take on a relationship. Living together can blur the lines between a casual relationship and a serious commitment, leading to confusion and hurt feelings. Additionally, couples who live together are more likely to experience domestic violence, particularly women. Part 3. Real-life examples. Let's look at some real-life examples to illustrate our points. In 2019, a woman named Tina Jenkins was shot and killed by her live-in partner, who was not legally recognized as her spouse. This tragedy highlights the dangers of not having legal protections in place in a live-in relationship. Another example is the case of Stephanie Lazenby, who lived with her partner for 16 years before he suddenly left her. Because they were not married, Stephanie was not entitled to any of the property or assets that they had accumulated during their time together. This left her in a difficult financial situation and caused significant emotional distress. Here's a real-life example of a crime related to a live-in relationship. In 2018, a man named Matthew Phelps called 911 and claimed that he had killed his wife in their home in North Carolina. When the police arrived, they found his wife, Lauren Hugelmeyer Phelps, dead from multiple stab wounds. During the investigation, it was revealed that the couple had been married for less than a year and had a history of domestic violence. They had also been living together before getting married. Phelps later confessed to killing his wife, claiming that he had taken too much cold medicine and had a dream that he had killed her. However, prosecutors argued that the killing was premeditated and that he had been abusive towards his wife in the past. This tragic case highlights the dangers of domestic violence in live-in relationships and the importance of seeking help if you or someone you know is experiencing abuse. Part 4. Conclusion. In conclusion, while the rise of live-in relationships in the United States may seem like a positive development, it is important to consider the dangers associated with them. Lack of legal protections, emotional tolls, and the increased risk of domestic violence are just a few of the risks that people need to be aware of before deciding to cohabit. It is important to have open and honest conversations with your partner before making this decision, and to consider seeking legal advice to ensure that your rights are protected. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video has been informative.